wishing on you. Blown out candles, did it come through? Every fountain and a pass and throw a penny for you, hoping one of them might make a ripple. Hitting up casinos and like glitter gold. Spend all my thoughts on you until I'm practically broke. Crack my piggy bank open, got less money than hope, but I'm praying it might make a difference. 'Cause baby, I'm betting on you, and I'll empty all my pockets if that's what I gotta do. Baby, you're a gamble, it's true, but you're so worth the risk. I'm still betting on you. I'm still betting on you. Baby, I'll be 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 betting on you. 'Cause baby, I'm betting on you, and I'll empty all my pockets if that's what I gotta do. Baby, you're a gamble, it's true. Baby, I'll be betting on you. Baby, I'll be betting on you. Baby, I'll be betting on you. Baby, I'll be betting on you.
They had an audition for commercials at our local mall, and I was 3 years old, like you said, and I didn't really understand a lot of English at that point. So I went on stage, and they were going to have me sing the jingle that they were having all the kids audition with. But I didn't know the jingle, and I didn't know what was going on. And so he kept trying to, the man who was helping all the kids get on stage, he kept trying to hand me the microphone. And I was like, no, I'm singing into my hand, because that's the best device to sing into. And so I just sang into my hand, and I sang What Dreams Are Made Of from the Lizzie McGuire movie, and everyone clapped.
It was just more because I was a really shy kid, but music was more like a personal experience for me. It was very healing, and it helped me convey emotions, so that it was more how music touched me instead of getting out there and performing as much like you did on stage. So it just kind of developed gradually. There wasn't like a specific moment.
And it seemed like it all came together as something more serious than just singing and writing for fun when we were kind of like early teenagers, and I started playing guitar, and you had been playing piano since you were like in first grade.
Yeah.
And we thought, well, maybe we should just like write together and really pursue this, because it's a hobby that hasn't gone away yet, and so far it still hasn't gone away. It's what we're obsessed with. And so that was when we really started focusing our craft and just being, it's like not work, it's just having the privilege to obsess over something like every day, and just fall in love with music over and over again.
We were talking about this, we feel like we're just like I don't know how to explain this, like the music, like what we're trying, I don't know how to explain this, like we're the conduit for something that's almost more like magical and spiritual, bigger than us, and we're just like able to like reach it and bring it down, and we're happy that we're able to like connect with that.
What was the first experience you can remember playing something that you wrote for your family?
It was called Oceana, and it sounded like Nemo in the ocean, and I still have the sheet music somewhere.
Did it have any words, or was it just a composition?
I think it was like spoken word over like this ocean sound, and it kind of rhymed, but I was probably about 9 or 10.
I thought it was like the greatest thing ever written, so you inspired me.
Thank you. They really liked it, but yeah.
When did you decide that you wanted to start performing more regularly for an audience, outside of just your friends and their families?
I was probably 14.
Yeah, I think after moving to Nashville, it's like you couldn't live in Nashville and not do music, and so we started playing actually here where we are, Two Old Hippies, because at like 10 and 13 we couldn't really play in the bars and stuff, and nor would we want to at that age. But thankfully Two Old Hippies had a kids open mic, and we came here until I turned 18. And
and I just tagged along. I was like 20. I was like, she's 18. I can hang out with her.
But definitely when we moved to Nashville from Atlanta, almost a decade ago now, was when we started performing out together.
How about a toast for all the years you turned the town against me, made them think I was the enemy. You thought that I'd stay quiet, disappear. Well, it feels so good to be back here. I wrote a little speech on your behalf. It says I must sincerely apologize for forcing you to serve my time. You still think I won't get the last laugh. But justice ain't considered a crime. Nobody believed me when I told them I was innocent. But if they had your company, they'd let me get away with it. Yeah, da 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 da. You tried to make me out to be the villain. Yeah, da 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 da. This time I'm in for crimes that I committed. Yeah, da 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 da. I brought you down and I'll proudly admit it. What goes around will come around. See you in prison. Yeah, da 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 da. You tried to make me out to be the villain. Yeah, da 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 da. This time I'm in for crimes that I committed. Yeah, da 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 da. I brought you down and I'll proudly admit it. What goes around will come around. See you in prison. The fires you started will burn you right up. I'm sick of your lying, I'm calling your bluff. The weapons you planted are pointed at you. I bet wearing orange got you feeling blue. The fires you started will burn you right up. I'm sick of your lying, I'm calling your bluff. The weapons you planted are pointed at you. I bet wearing orange got you feeling blue.
During quarantine, we've been learning how to produce our own music, because in the past we have worked with other producers in the Nashville area, and anywhere from people who've been doing it a really long time and who are very skilled and professional to people who are just our friends, just hanging out, producing stuff. And when quarantine hit, that kind of stopped, because you have to stay safe and healthy and you don't want to put anyone in danger. So we were like, let's just learn how to produce our own music. And so we have this little studio upstairs, and it's a tiny little room. It can only fit like our keyboard, the microphone, and a desk, and that's basically it. But we learned how to program our own sounds, and since doing that, we've started working on this project. The whole idea behind it is that we took some of our favorite books, because we both love to read, and we sort of got into the minds of the characters, and every song on the EP, which it's about 6 songs total that are going to be on there, is from the viewpoints of characters in our favorite books. So we're really excited to work with the authors in promoting the EP, and just to engage with a fan base that has the same love for reading that we do is really exciting.
Something broke inside of me, something I can't repair. There used to be a light in me, now darkness everywhere. Something isn't right with me, I feel it in your stare. I think there is a side of me I never knew was there, and it's cold, but I'm running a fever. You should be more careful, I'm trying to make fools out of dreamers. And you smile, but I know you're faking. You pushed me past my limit and now I'm breaking. 'Cause what goes up must come down. We're not standing on solid ground. Don't ever think you're safe and sound. You close your eyes, I'm coming around. Think you're sly, think you're smart, acting like the queen of hearts. You can play your mind games, it does.
What is the response from the authors that you've reached out to describe what you're contributing?
Well, there was one song that is not on the EP that was actually released about a year ago, and it's called Mad Hatter, and it was inspired by one of our favorite author. Her name is Marissa Meyer, and she wrote the Lunar Chronicles and the Renegade series and
Heartless.
and yeah, this book Heartless. And what's really cool about Marissa Meyer is that she takes like classic fairy tales and then writes them her own way, like just completely makes a new character, basically, and dives into like the backstories of characters that are familiar to mainstream culture. And so with the book Heartless, it's a retelling of Alice in Wonderland, but it's kind of about the Queen of Hearts backstory. So it starts with the Queen of Hearts being 17, and she's just like a super nice
She
girl.
likes to bake too, which is like the baking imagery in the book is good.
Yeah. So it's just, you'll have to read the book, but it's such a good and really fascinating way to like think about writing a book. Even is like taking a fairy tale that a lot of people know and then turning it into something else entirely. So I was really inspired by that novel. So I wrote Mad Hatter, and I reached out to Marissa, and she responded, and like we jumped for joy. We were twirling around the kitchen, and so she was kind enough to share the song with her following, and the responses that we got back, not only from the author herself, but from fans of the book, was just like awe-inspiring. To see so many people connect with it because they connected with the same novel that we did was just like another goosebump moment. And so that kind of started it, where we were like, we want to make like a whole collection of songs that are inspired by some of our favorite books. I just want to say that when you emailed me back and I found out that you listened to the song and you enjoyed it, and you even said if there was ever like a Heartless movie, that this would be the end credit song. And I'm not even exaggerating. My mom and my sister were there when I read the email. And my mom actually opened it first because she was checking our business email, and she was like, "Oh, who's Marissa Meyer? Like, isn't that the author?" And what? And we all jumped around the kitchen and like danced, and we were so excited that you emailed back. So without further ado, I'm going to play a song called Mad Hatter that is 1 year old today and inspired by Heartless.
Welcome to the tea party. I've set a place for you right next to me in case to twist. The knife's the path you choose, no turning back. Now I'm running. Something happens when you keep pushing all the buttons. You're cold and cruel, but I'm more cunning. And if you take it all, there's nothing left to lose. 'Cause what goes up must come down. We're not standing on solid ground. Don't ever think you're safe and sound. You close your eyes, I'm coming around. Think you're sly, think you're smart, acting like the Queen of Hearts. You can say your mind games, it doesn't matter. 'Cause I'm the Mad Hatter. 'Cause I'm the Mad Hatter. 'Cause I'm the Mad Hatter. Someone must have hurt you bad for you to do what you do. You messed me up, but made me tough. I don't need a heart anyway to do what I'm gonna do to you. 'Cause what goes up must come down. Don't ever think you're safe and sound. You close your eyes, I'm coming around. Think you're sly, think you're smart, acting like the Queen of Hearts. You can play your mind games, it doesn't matter. 'Cause I'm the Mad Hatter. 'Cause I'm the Mad Hatter. 'Cause I'm the Mad Hatter. I just don't think we're meant insane trying to play all the scenes that would have to happen to make this work out.
'Cause I want black coffee, you like green tea. I am science fiction and you are history. And how you see your future looks different than me. You want simple math and I want chemistry. I want black coffee, you want green tea. You want green tea, you want green tea. And how you see your future looks different than me. Different than me, different than me.
I think when we started, we weren't really sure where the music would take us. And it's like any job or any hobby that you have, it's a lot of trial and error, and there's going to be heartbreaks when things don't work out the way you plan them to. But then there's always those shining moments that just keep you obsessed with it. And so I think, like, looking back over the past 5 years, 10 years, and seeing where music has taken us, it's kind of cool to, like, think about me when I was 14, and my perception of music then was so different from what it is now. And just, I feel like I've learned a lot that the music industry has so many different components, from just like the fashion and how the outside looks, to like who you know. And I think what I've really learned and what I find important to remind myself every day doing music is that just keep it about the music. Like that's the thing that made you want to do this in the first place. And so just like make time to sit down with a guitar or piano and just fall in love with writing and the melodies all over again. And when you just focus on the music and, most importantly, the way it connects with other people, which is the exciting part, then, like, I'd never want to give it up. It's the only thing I want to do. And I think you can agree.
No, I agree with her. I think it's so important to also realize that, like, how much about the music it is, and not get sidetracked and not compromise yourself on your journey to really realizing your musical potential, and always realizing that you'll find your niche. It's not the same for everybody.
And that it doesn't happen immediately, because when we first started, we would, like, the first song we wrote, we were like, this is the one, this is a hit. And it would be like a 7-minute ballad about like 14 different topics. And we're
Like the one about the old man snoring or whatever.
Yeah, I did write. We wrote that song about an old man snoring.
Wait,
it rhymed with boring, so there you go. But I think hanging in there, like you said, and just like keep on doing it, because eventually there's gonna be that moment where it clicks and you feel it. And especially that's what's so special about doing it together as sisters, is because we can share that joy with each other. Because joy is like not joy if it's only your joy.
No, I agree.
When you have the ability to for us, when we're producing a song or when something like really cool happens, we're like, oh, I love that percussion. It's just like the best to like look at her and she's all happy and I'm all happy and that's just, I think it's the coolest. I think it's the coolest feeling in the world.
I like records and you prefer your shiny CDs. Sometimes it feels like we are butterflies and bumblebees.
And for you I could rearrange all the notes in my soul, but then I wouldn't like the sound. And I love it when it rains so I can dance in the puddles, but you look like you're about to drown. 'Cause I want black coffee, you want green tea. I am science fiction and you are history. And how you see your future looks different than me. 'Cause you want simple math and I want chemistry. I want black coffee, you want green tea. You want green tea, you want green tea. And how you see your future looks different than me. Different than me, different than me. You're a chapter in my life I don't regret writing, but if I stay the ink will bleed from all these tears I'm crying.
I want black coffee and you like green tea. I am science fiction and you are history. And how you see your future looks different than me.
'Cause I want black coffee, you want green tea. I am science fiction and you are history. And how you see your future looks different than me. 'Cause you want simple math and I want chemistry. I want black coffee, and you want green tea. You want green tea, you want green tea. And how you see your future looks different than me, different than me, different than me. You're a puzzle piece that's mixed up in the wrong box, and I am a key that doesn't quite fit in this lock. You're a puzzle piece that's mixed up in the wrong box, and I am a key that doesn't quite fit in this lock.
Y'all could do something silly, I don't know.
Hi. Look at you, cute thing.
These are muffins and pumpkin bread for you guys.
Oh my gosh.
Individually wrapped in chocolate and stuff, so feel free to eat them if you want.
You're amazing.
Hey, I'm Hannah,
And I'm Madge.
and we're betting on something. Sorry.
I hope you got a photo of that. Those are my favorite.